Hey, this is Matt from TRIVIUM. You're watching Behind the Ink on PITCAM TV.
Especially on Valentine's Day.
Yep. Just an ocean across.
So I guess maybe the first question, do you have any Valentine's tattoos related, like maybe something from your mom or your girlfriend or?
No Valentine's related tattoos or anything. I do have my wedding band tattooed. It's a Japanese Enso tattoo. There's maybe almost 100 different kind of definitions of what the Enso is, but I just love that there were so many multi-interpretable things about it. Yeah, so I have that instead of a wedding ring now. It's a little safer for
Yeah, exactly.
all my hobbies like guitar and jiu-jitsu and all that stuff, so it's a little bit safer.
Do you have a favorite one?
A favorite tattoo? It's kind of tricky. I only have three. My right arm, my left arm, and this. My first one is this. It's a dragon. It's based on The Ascending Dragon by Kitagawa Utamaro. It was a piece, late 1800s Japanese piece. It was by an artist who traditionally did a lot of geisha paintings, but when I saw he had a piece called The Ascending Dragon when we were about to have an album called Ascendancy come out, and I knew I wanted to stick to Japanese tattoos being half Japanese, it kind of all fell into place. So this was the first one I got. I initially just got the outline from here to here. It was 2.5 hours, and I definitely never felt any pain like that in my life. I didn't enjoy it one bit. I had a feeling that the next time I saw the guy that I wouldn't see him very much. I still haven't seen him since he colored it, so he still tattoos. I just don't know where he is.
You have to put something on Facebook like, I'm trying to look for you,
Yeah,
dude.
I think the drummer Battlecross is friends with him, so you'll have to ask him. But I knew I wouldn't see him again for a long time, so I decided to just sit as long as I could. So it was an 8.5 hour straight color process. It swelled up about a half a centimeter around as I flew out. I flew across the country the next day. And so, nah, I know, you're not. So this is my first one. The second piece is here. So the first piece is by Brian Bruno. He was at Tattoo City in San Francisco, and now I believe he's somewhere in Virginia.
And you said he did up to here, or?
Yep, just from here
And then
to
who
here.
did the?
Khalil Rinty
Ah,
did
okay.
the rest. This was done by Khalil Rinty at Tattoo City in San Francisco. It's a piece depicting the samurai Watanabe no Tsuna fighting the demon Ibaraki at Rashomon Gate. So it's an actual interpretation of a piece. Khalil had never done this tattoo on anyone, nor have we both seen this tattoo on anyone before. So we both like the story a lot. It's based on an ancient Japanese triptych that even my mom knew the story. I knew the story from when I was a kid. It's about this samurai who fights this demon at a gate, hence the title. Chops off the demon's arm. The demon runs off, disguises itself as an old woman, comes back asking for the arm back, and the story kind of goes from there.
So you've got the whole story tattooed pretty much on your arm.
Roughly, yeah. And if someone were to look up this original piece, it looks pretty much just like this. And there's quite a bit of intricate work. It was 4 sessions of roughly 7 hours or so a piece. So 7 hours outline, 7 hours outline, 7 hour color, 7 hour color. And there it was. Khalil asked permission of Brian Bruno to finish the rest of the dragon piece. And so he just went upwards with the dragon.
Do you want to get anything related, maybe on your chest to connect them or anything?
Yeah, eventually I'm going to get the rest of my body done. The next piece I'm getting is my back. And I'm only getting traditional Japanese pieces in traditional Japanese places. So the back traditionally goes from about here, and it spans your butt and goes to here. And so I'll have to get my butt tattooed. I heard that doesn't feel very good.
It's going to be longer than the arms took, probably, right?
Roughly, I think 60 or so hours total it should take. And then eventually everything else. So I'm going to work my way out.
And how old were you when you got these tattoos, or was it just different because you had to wait for a while to get each piece done?
It's only every time I'm in San Francisco. So I must have been 18 or 19 when I got this done. And I don't remember when these were, just sporadically every time we play San Francisco. I've done where Khalil came out, he would tattoo me for about 4.5 hours. I'd play a show in the sun, and go straight into tattooing right after the show. And that was really, really miserable for both of us.
And which one hurt the most? Or, because you did this one first, maybe you thought that one was all right then after a while?
Anytime I've gotten tattooed and had to play, or especially play tattoo at the same day, it's always really rough because it's just an open wound on your body. So your epidermis is just an open wound, so your body's really depleted when you're playing the show. So every time we play San Francisco, I've gotten tattooed, I'm a little beat for the show.
And what got you into tattoos? Did you grow up with it? Because it's always people say people just get tattoos in this kind of music scene because it's cool and stuff. And
yeah, I definitely always noticed that, but I wanted to make sure I didn't. I guess there are other people who have dragon tattoos, other people who have Japanese tattoos, other people who have demon tattoos or samurai tattoos. I wanted to find pieces that specifically meant a lot to me. And since I saw that there were ancient pieces by specific artists that they had already created those pieces, I wanted to get those interpreted on myself since I was Japanese. And I never say that people have to get things that are culturally significant to them, but that's just the way I felt I should go.
do you feel like it's addicting?
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. Once you start, obviously, you keep going. And next is back, and then chest, and then the rest of my body.
Have you seen any other kind of motives that you were thinking about maybe doing instead of just Japanese ideas, or?
I don't think I ever have. I don't think I ever have.
Just stick with the same motive.
Yeah, yeah.
And the one on your finger, I guess that was...
Yeah, I did this recently. I also had a bunch of recoloring done. Like this red's a lot better now. This was fading quite a bit, and some of the line work Khalil did. And then Khalil did this, and it's ENSO. If anyone ever looked up the ENSO, it's really amazing. I mean, it would probably take a little bit too much to describe what it means, but completeness, incompleteness, the void, it's really cool. It's like almost Japanese existentialism with this existentialism. Yeah. Cool stuff.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely a better choice, I guess, since you won't lose it, that's for sure.
Exactly, yeah. And I've always been fearful of breaking my finger at the joint here and having to cut my finger off if I had the ring on.
Yeah.
So this is a little safer.
Well, then I hope we'll get to interview you next time when you have your back covered. We'll have to talk about it a lot.
Be a little while, yeah.
And since it is Valentine's Day and you're not here with your loved ones, I brought kisses.
Oh, wow.
For you.
Thank you very much. How sweet. Thank you.
There you go. Handful for the band.
Awesome. Thank you very
'Cause
much.
I love Valentine's Day, so I thought
Awesome.
you guys would probably love it as well.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dankeschön. The food I had in Brazil recently was unbelievable. They have the national dish called feijoada. It's all different cuts of meat, boiled together in a giant pot with vegetables and beans. It just looks like a black stew of meat. And sometimes there's pig ears in it, pig noses, also regular meat. Oh yeah, real good stuff. Yeah, I've thankfully been able to have a little bit of everything. Turkey, that's some of the greatest food in my life. Bulgaria, some of the best food of my life.
I've never had something
Mexico,
like
I even had Ecuadorian food. So luckily, because I'm so into food, and nowadays people know about that, they take me to great places. So I appreciate this.